everyone, and welcome to tonight's watch party for Cape Fear. As always, I'm Andrew, and I'm joined by Dom. Welcome, Dom.
Hello, everybody.
Right, everybody. So, tonight's sync point will be approximately 18 seconds into the film, where we see it saying Universal and MCA Company. Let me upload a screenshot to the Discord of where we're talking about. While everyone gets it sorted, let's do a roll call. See, we're a bit thin on the ground on the old YouTube audience at the moment, in the chat anyway. But in Discord, we've got a full house. We've got, I can see, Mr. Furzel. Oh, Miss Swift and James Hellier, there you are. You appeared on YouTube. You're late. Anyway, over on Discord, Alex Peacock, Mr. Furzel. Ms. Swift's also there. Lizard Man. Sharon. Calbot. Edward the Black Prince. Mad Matt is there. And Eric, Brainwire, Phonic, and there we go. If we see anyone else, I will say hello. Oh, right. Okay, so Matt's saying he's 30 seconds in. He sees the Universal website URL. Okay, well, I put a screenshot in. It's basically where it says Universal, an MCA company on screen. Okay, Alex Peacock's also over on YouTube. So, Dom, very quickly before we start the film, when have you first seen this film?
This is the first time I'm seeing this film, so I'll let you know when I've seen it.
I don't think my broadband would be lagging, James. You do not know of my broadband, my friend.
Yeah, he has crazy amounts of fiber optics coming out of his household.
I do indeed.
More machine than man.
I am. Especially hooked to me like the Matrix, as we don't see my legs.
You had them replaced. You're like the Starship Troopers guy.
I am. I've just got two big fiber optic cables going into the stump.
Google Fiber made me the man I am today.
That's right. Anyway, let's get into this film. So everybody, let's hit the countdown, and then we're going to press play.
Ooh. Immediately, I'm seeing a little ripple effect.
Amblin. Oh, it's Amblin. You know, it's a quality production. So Ms. Swift actually saw this in the theatre. God, Miss, you must have been quite young for this, Ms. Swift, in 1991, seeing this film.
Wait, what month in 1991 did it come out? Was I born?
James Helly saying he saw the original first on Moviedrome in the 90s. Yes, this is a remake. This is a remake of a 1962 film.
I haven't seen the original either.
And yes, I'll allow it for an extent. The Discord are going to be quoting, there's an episode of The Simpsons called Cape Fear, spelt slightly differently about Sideshow Bob, and everyone's going to be quoting it all night, because it is a masterpiece of parody of this film.
That's a parody of this. Okay, then I've seen the Simpsons episode, and I know exactly what's going to happen.
And be honest, that episode is brilliant.
I miss old Simpsons. I've been on this binge like the last year or so, where I've just been obsessed with old Simpsons, like peak early 90s Simpsons.
Exactly.
Just genius stuff. And going to Universal Studios and seeing Simpsons like Springfield there is so nice. It's so pleasant. Like I would have loved to have gone as a kid. It didn't exist then, of course, but as peak Simpsons fan, going to Springfield and eating a giant donut from the Quickie Mart, that would have been a dream come true.
Well, James is saying that the original film is really good, considerably shorter and better than this.
I believe it. I'm probably going to go and watch the original shortly after we watch this.
Mr. Furzel, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, Frank Marshall. This is an Amblin production.
Yeah.
Scorsese and De Niro with Amblin. Calbot's looking forward to De Niro singing the entire score to the HMS Pinafore.
A young Juliette Lewis? She had a busy time in the 90s, didn't
She
she?
did.
Got From
Osman
Dusk
Robin's
Till
with us.
Dawn.
Welcome, Robin.
Hello, Stalin.
Stalin, Black Bolt, and that's an unusual wall of. Oh, now we're seeing De Niro with his. He got rather in shape for this
God.
film.
I can't unsee it. You've ruined this for me, Andrew. I'm just seeing Sideshow Bob. I can't unsee it.
How old would De Niro have been when this was made? I mean, let's have a look. 1991.
He's looking fine.
Oh, he would have been about
thank you,
48. About 48, 49.
He's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
The Bart.
Lizard Man with the Sideshow Bob tattoo. They're saying, no, it is a tattoo that says the Bart, the, in German.
It's German.
Well, no one who speaks German could be a bad man.
We're just going to be quoting the bloody Simpsons the entire
We are.
thing, aren't we?
Oh, I've got to be fair, that shot from Square is so
great shot.
brilliant.
You can see the Amblin magic there. Chin right in the camera.
Nice. We know this is going to be just quality. I mean, we're talking Scorsese and De Niro. This is Scorsese probably just coming off of Goodfellas, isn't it, for this?
Yeah. Well, we've got Gregory Peck in the cast as well, don't we?
Oh, yeah, we've got Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum.
It's just a phenomenal cast.
Oh, definitely.
Star-studded in front of and behind the camera. And that music is bombastic as well. Like, oh, and there's Denise. It sounds very familiar to me, but I'm positive it's because of that Simpsons episode.
They do. They're in this, Alex.
Oh, a good fluffy pupper.
It's Einstein from Back to the Future from Amblin.
Yeah,
he had a 4-movie deal.
After what was the dog from Gremlins called? Mushroom?
Barney.
No, yeah, the dog actor. I mean,
I don't know what the dog actor was called.
Because I believe,
and it's Nick Nolte before he went utterly
full Nolte.
Full Nolte.
I want to know the story of the cowboy there. Wait, where's this based? It does seem like the South.
They're watching Problem Child.
Wonder where they got the rights to show that in the. Oh, classy guy. The classy lighter.
And could he find a bigger, more obnoxious cigar?
No, I don't think it's possible. And the score is Bernard Herrmann's score, reworked from the original. I mean, with the score that bombastic and glorious, why would you bother getting something else? Seriously, The Simpsons, did this as well.
Yeah.
Down to the shirt!
Genius.
I feel like I'm slowly becoming this guy in cinemas. I'm the obnoxiously, really loudly laughing. Not the cigar and the stupid lighter. No. I obey the laws.
Sorry, they've just bought their daughter the saddest bowl of ice cream I've ever seen in my life.
I clearly don't love her that much.
Here, we got you one small bowl of strawberry. Your mom is having a delicious milkshake.
Yeah, your mom's got the milkshake. That's a nice car, though.
That's a classic Mustang.
He's doing well for a bloke that just got out of prison.
Yeah, James is saying Scorsese is a big fanboy of the original.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine Scorsese would take on a job that he doesn't actively really want to do.
Edward's saying she can buy her own damn ice cream if she's old enough.
Okay, where do all these rich people play this sport? Because I've never ever
racquetball.
Yeah, I've never.
Racquetball. It's also
across...
it's basically the same. It's the same court as squash.
Yeah.
Did your school not have squash or racquetball courts?
No.
Well, we only had about 10 at my secondary school.
You also had a haunted pool.
Like, no, that's at my primary school. We had a haunted pool at my. We had a water. we had a proper water slide at my secondary school.
What?
Secondary school, we had a water slide, haunted pool at my primary school.
The Andrew law grows each day.
But we had basketball courts. Not basketball. We had basketball. Yeah, we did have a couple of basketball courts. But we had squash courts. Squash / racquetball courts. We had about 10 of them we could use.
Gotcha. Yeah, we didn't have any of that. We had basketball courts. We had a football pitch. Tennis courts, I guess. But no squash or racket. I've never come across one in the wild. Not that I go out looking for these.
James is saying, so Dom was a domestic terrorist, and I went to school at Centre Parks. Sorry, for those who don't realise, Centre Parks is a British leisure camp chain. Like you stay in like lodges. It's a bit like Big Great Wolf Lodge in America.
They tend to have bars on the windows and armed guards at the fences.
The reason my school had so much of that stuff was the reason my secondary school had so much of that stuff was that we were attached to a local sports centre.
That makes sense. That you're slightly more allowed to have
all the stuff we had.
Slides and such.
Yeah. Max Cady.
That accent, Robert, it's weird. Got one of them there Jesus tattoos. I got a new tattoo, everybody. I'm an official Twin Peakser.
K's.
Is that even the same font that he has on like that Your Time Is at Hand? Is that the same font as the bar to thee?
Quite probably.
That cigar is
enormous.
How do you casually walk around with that thing? Why is it that every time an English person does an American accent, they immediately go south?
Because Southern accents tend to be more over-exaggerated.
I guess. I suppose the English version of America is from Westerns as well anyway. That's the defining difference. So of course you're going to go to the South. But it depends on how deep into the South you go. I can never really get a grasp on the difference between like Kentucky and like Florida South.
Alex, you read my mind. That is actually not even going to be in the summer. That is a film you just reminded me I've been meaning to add to the watch party schedule for quite a while. And I'm going to add it. I'll tell you now, we will be watching Dead Calm on the 12th of May. Because that is a fantastic and often forgotten about film.
I love these shots. They do
That-
feel very 60s inspired, though.
It does, but it almost feels like Nick Nolte's actually imposed on her on that close-up then.
Oh,
It
yeah.
almost looked like a
Yeah,
green screen shot.
I believe it was a split shot, yeah, to get both
Yeah.
of them in focus at the same time.
I'm not sure, Alex. You can tell me. I read that. Sorry. I glanced over and read that as who did the first rejected score for Dean Cain, and I thought, no, Dean Cain doesn't compose music.
Sorry, I got mildly just focused on Jessica for a moment there. God, she's a beautiful woman.
She is.
Wasn't she in a King Kong movie?
Like a 1980s King Kong.
Yeah,
70s.
yeah, like the
I'm sure
70s
James
one.
or someone else will tell me now straight away.
I'm confused at this shot. Are there some scanners?
Miss Swift saying that she found Dead Calm boring, but you saw it when you were very young. Yeah, it's as you get older, it's a great film.
There we go.
Yeah, I think it was King
James to
Kong
the rescue.
77. Miss Swift.
I missed that ride. Are 2 lamps necessary?
Well, it's almost 4.
Are 3 mirrors necessary? Okay, these filter transitions do feel very 60s as well.
It does feel very kind of Hitchcocky, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least this isn't a shot. I've not seen the original, but I'm hoping, and I'm sure James will keep me honest here, this isn't a shot-for-shot remake of Cape Fear. Is it supposed to be the 4th of July?
Perhaps.
Or is she having a nightmare that Disney World has appeared out, a mobile Disney World has appeared outside a house?
God, that would be an absolute nightmare. Can you imagine if Disney World were like a blimp that flew
Yes.
around and just landed in your neighborhood? Or like the Super Bowl, they appeared at different cities
Yes.
each year. Oh. Okay, to those of you who knew of the Super Bowl, I am almost ashamed to say I watched it in its entirety, and I think I'm a football fan now. So damn. I need to pick a team. I don't have a team yet, and I'm certainly not going to support the Raiders.
I've got a solution for you.
Don't be a football fan?
No, if you wish to support the Super Bowl, there is a dolphin, a rescued dolphin called Nicholas, who lives in Clearwater. Very nice dolphin. And every year he picks his choice for the Super Bowl winning team. Follow his choice and support him. Then it's kind of a good thing to do.
Yeah, okay. I can't pick the Chiefs, Eric. Ravens are the ones I'm leaning closer towards, mainly because I like the bird and I like the color purple. The Chiefs are my mortal enemy because one of my friends moved to Missouri, and I didn't like that they moved. And the Chiefs are their team, so no, I dislike the Chiefs. And they've won twice now. They don't need any more fans.
Now, this is something. We know that this is a cultural thing. Back then, it's showing everyone smoking, and it was a big thing in the 80s and the 90s with all the people heavily smoking, etc. There are less people smoking in the world, so that is a fact, we know.
Yeah.
However, there are a lot of people vaping, yet I've never seen the bad guy vaping in a film. Puffing on his watermelon and his watermelon vape, yeah.
Just exhaling an enormous cloud.
Of steam, yeah.
Who would Randall Flagg support? Randall Flagg would support the bloody Raiders.
James is saying bad guys generally aren't 16 to 21.
True. Oh, there we go, Phonic. In Beekeeper, there is a bad guy with a vape.
Get me Lee Heller.
The man has impressive eyebrows. They just strike a very imposing. Also, his office. It's the corner office of an absolute prick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quick! What's the computer in the background, Andrew?
Oh, it's an old
Looks like an IBM.
Very old IBM XT, I would say. Let me just
Why is
check
the
what it
keyboard
is.
so far away from the actual
Because I think that's just
screen?
I think it's just been plonked there. I just need to check the age of that. Have a look here. It's literally an old IBM XT of some kind.
Damn Chiefs.
I get the feeling that computers there just to set dressing from memory. It's at least 5 or 6 years old.
It looks like it's there just for set dressing. Sort of like those books.
Yeah. Yes, Lizard Man, exactly. The whole thing could have been avoided if he was a better lawyer. Bird the report. I'm sure this is grounds to be disbarred or something. I mean, the lawyer manipulating evidence or reports.
Yeah, you'd think. You'd hope. Whatever happened to offices having? You see that thing in the background, like that?
Executive toys.
Yeah. What happened to them? They kind of disappeared.
They sold them in Sharper Image for a while, and then Sharper Image went.
So when Sharper Image drifted off this mortal coil,
Yes.
so did Executive Toys. I do like all of the framing in this film. The scenes are very full of stuff.
Dom, there's someone called Kazar in the chat. Kazar?
Oh, yes, I did. I believe I was. Yes, I have contacted many people recently for the affiliate program for Terabytes, our upcoming horror video game documentary. And everyone, if you haven't already, please check out Terabytes, terabytesdoc.com. Check out our trailer. Let your friends know. Let your colleagues know. Your hairdressers know. We want to make this the best it can possibly be, and we need everyone's help.
Well, you can definitely see this is the early 90s because every third shop isn't a Starbucks.
I was going to say the... Yes, Kazad, yes. I believe we had an email chain last night and earlier today. Yes, I am legit. I am Dominic Wallace. I exist. I'm real.
That's interesting. James is saying this was the first CinemaScope film Scorsese filmed. Widescreen televisions were now a thing, so he was happy it wouldn't be pan-scanned. Yeah, but James, back in 1991, widescreen televisions were not a very popular thing. I mean, they were a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But not that much, unfortunately. It's quite crazy to think, actually, widescreen only became a real thing in the UK. In widescreen TVs were only kind of adopted in sort of 2000 and sort of between 2001 2003.
You can tell he's making the most of it. Like I said, the scenes, they're all shot like they could be edited for television very easily, but the scenes are very full. You see a lot of just things going on in the background. Do we see the cameraman in his glasses? Oh, I don't think we do.
Nice. Exactly, Lizard Man. He really likes his Hawaiian shirts and skipper hats. More people should wear skipper hats these days.
No, that's grounds for being a villain.
Yeah, that's true though, James. In America, they went for big televisions long before widescreen televisions.
Yeah.
Ms. Swift is saying that remembers when black bars were controversial and you used to hate them. Oh, interesting.
I agree with that. When I was a young, naive fool, I was like, stretch out the image more and have
Yeah.
it cover more of the screen. I wonder how many of the audience who went to go see this back in the day, I wonder how many of them were up to date with the original film, or if they knew it was a remake.
I don't
That
know.
might be one of the things that, because nowadays remakes have such a negative connotation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's because we can easily find the original movies and watch them. Back in the day, it was far harder to do so. But no, I can't use that as an excuse. Look at the 80s trilogy.
What would have happened here is you would have, I don't know. Well, let's have a look.
You could rent back in the
no,
90s.
actually, Dom, no, because the original Cape Fear movie was first made available on VHS on March 1st, 1992.
Oh, there you go then. So yeah, I'm guessing this.
So unless you caught it on TV or a movie theatre,
wouldn't have found it.
that's true, Alex. Back then, they did show old movies on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, Edward, that's what I was about to get into. Back then, remakes were made out of passion instead of just trying to court an existing audience and make them watch the same thing again.
Yeah. Sharon's saying, though, this was well known as a remake when it came out.
Gotcha.
We're going court.
I love how active this camera is, just swiveling from side to side. Who was the DP on this movie?
I'll have a look.
I'll let someone else do the research for me.
And
the editor.
It's so tight.
It is, and it definitely feels like a 60s film. No.
Dog.
No.
He killed the vet.
That's okay. If the vet's gone, that's fine. But the dog, we riot. We can't accept this anymore.
What, the vet or the dog? Okay, died. Dog. Been poisoned.
All right. Your Hawaiian shirts and your little cute caps and your comically large cigars can only get you so far, De Niro.
Yep. Robert Mitchum.
I don't know how poisoning a dog is just a fine. That is vile.
It is. It is. Yeah, one-way mirrors only work if you don't walk right up to them, but you do that.
Yeah, and then you can see through it.
Yeah. So Mitchum had the De Niro role in the original.
I wonder if he was equally as shirtless in the film, or if this was just someone on the crew was like, De Niro, take that shirt off again. You worked hard for that.
Yeah, that's worrying because they look like homemade tattoos.
Yeah. Well, he was in prison, wasn't he?
And that tattoo's a bit creepy. Yeah. Well, I'm guessing he didn't do that one himself in prison.
If he did, I need to know how. That's
impressive.
He was equally shirtless.
James is equally shirtless.
Loretta. It's kind of admirable how strictly he's holding on to this revenge. I don't know if I could hold on to hate for that long.
I don't know. How many years was he?
That's why he has a nice car. He looks better now. That pre-prison De Niro looks a little 1970s.
Oh, it might be.
Let the hate consume. I mean, if they killed my dog, the hate would consume me. 14 or 15 years.
I don't need to see Robert De Niro and his budgie smugglers.
Look, someone had to.
Your dog's complaining, I think. Is he done?
Yeah, I just heard Bones bark at something. He probably wants to pop in and see De Niro. Oh, I don't like seeing that flag. The other ones are fine. Oh, no. This score is gripping me.
Oh, it is. Do towns still do these 4th of July parades that are this intricate?
I don't know. I'm aware. Exactly, Alex. Something happens to the doggy, they won't find the body. No. I know people. I can make people disappear.
Why was there a man dressed as Abraham Lincoln on a penny farthing? Was he known for riding his penny farthing?
Well, Abe's on the penny.
Ah.
I wouldn't make that assumption. I'd probably just have him with like a giant bronze piece around his head. He went to go beat up a guy.
Yeah, exactly. Sharon's saying John Wick 5 is coming up. Alex Peacock saying, though, he wants to see a cameo by Christopher Lambert in the new Highlander. But I read that for some reason, Alex. I need to get my eyes tested. I read that as Christopher Lloyd in the new Highlander. I was thinking Doc Brown in Highlander. I'm all for that.
Don't you get it, MacLeod? You're a Highlander. You're an immortal. There could be only one, MacLeod. You've got to go back, MacLeod.
A lot of Evian drinking in this film.
I know. It's like this film's sponsored by Evian.
I can't think that Evian would want the product placement that the serial killer or whatever, or the villain of the film was drinking.
I guess back then they didn't tend to care much about like how the product was placed, as long as it was placed. They were hoping it was subliminal enough that people would just have the mighty thirst, and the only thing that can quench it is a solid, cool, refreshing, icy glass of Evian.
Apparently it was product placement for the film.
Evian, a serial killer's water.
And a dog murderer, yeah.
Yeah.
You know when I've poisoned a stranger's dog.
I can't do it without a cool glass of Evian waiting for me. The 90s was a stranger time for many reasons. And I feel like creativity blossomed like crazy in the 90s as
yeah.
well. The more I think about it, the more excited I am to do projects like 90s Horror Doc and Terabytes. It's just diving into that era that I lived through. For once, I'm finally doing something where I was present as a human being instead
I
of the
think
80s like we
I
have
think
done
what
in the
I'm
past.
enjoying about the 90s films we've been doing, especially these, there's a lot more of the psychological thriller horrors.
Oh yeah, it was going less eclectic and trying to make it more
More
uh,
mainstream in some ways. When we've
yeah,
had
closer
this
to reality.
Hand That Rocks the Cradle, kind of the suburban
Oh
psychopaths.
yeah, and Lawnmower Man to a degree.
Yeah, maybe.
So Dom
Maybe.
is down on ISOD 30s as a concept. Yes, I would be. The problem is, pretty much every one of them are dead. We can't
Yes.
we can't interview anyone from those times. Unfortunately, Mr. Furzel, yeah, violence to animals were in 90s flicks a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, Miss Lizardman, I agree. He says, if I ever make a movie, I'm going to make the bad guy drink exclusively Pepsi products. Make it plainly obvious. So much that he's basically doing commercial activities on the screen. Partly because it would be funny and mostly because I hate Pepsi. Do you know what, Alex? I watched Primal Fear yesterday and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I looked it up, saw it was based on a book, and wished they'd made the books in the sequels of the books. Books of the sequels. Sequels of the books. Sequel films of the books.
So Primal Fear is a courtroom drama.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know. James is saying it's amazing. It's a bit too. Yeah, I know. Oh, hang on.
Oh, this is getting frightening. So this proves that music changes a scene so much because both actors are
Yeah.
looking happy, but the music just there we go. There's the sinister.
Ow.
Oh,
Oh.
oh my god! Oh my
Oh.
god! Bloody hell! That took a turn.
And it's the
And here I
fact as
thought,
well, the blood almost looks like clown lipstick. That kind of. I'll have a look
Dog
at that,
Murder was
James.
going to be where.
Oh, Frag Lord. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at some point, that one, because I love that film so much.
You're too right, Sharon. That scene can turn anyone away from the dating scene.
The thing is, we love our franchises, but we also just love films. We love
Yeah,
cinema here.
absolutely.
And Frag Lord, that is one of the greatest films ever made. But back to this film, that was awful. Did he bite a piece of her cheek off and actually spit it out?
Yeah, full like chunk of flesh.
The only thing about Robert Mitchum is I keep expecting him to say about mice or
Yeah.
dormice, antlers. Dormice. Oh.
Leaving her alive. I thought he'd kill her. I genuinely thought he'd kill her. But I guess that isn't cruel enough, is it?
James, I can't confirm or deny any films that will feature in Search of Darkness 90s. However, I can tell you what's going to be in a watch party, and I just need to check that one.
Two youths. She fell down the stairs and lost her cheek. It happens to the best of us, Sharon.
It'll be probably next year, James, that one.
was talking to some friends the other day, and I had an interesting philosophical question. If you could erase one movie from your memory just so you could rewatch it again for the first time, what would it be? And I'm asking this to everyone because I'm really interested in that kind of question. Would it be a movie you hated? Would it be a movie you loved and just need to get that first watch again? Because for me, it's The Fifth Element. It's my favorite movie. I'd love to rewatch that for the first time again.
Do you know what? It's a film I really like. It's not one of my all-time favorites, but it's one of the best cinema experiences I ever had.
When your colleague had their finger removed and had to go to hospital.
No. That's That's Gremlins. That's what I scored. No, Gremlins 2. No. I know it sounds really strange, but it might have been in the 90s when I saw American Pie. And I know it sounds really strange. But hear me out. Hear me out on this. Because for me, I saw it.
Stoner dude bro comedy.
I saw it when it came out. I was the right age for it. I saw it with my friends. The cinema was the biggest screen the local cinema had, and it was packed full of people who were all of the same demographic, loving the film. And it was the communal experience of everyone laughing, making everyone else laugh, that communal experience.
That's interesting.
Where it made it funnier, if you know what I mean, because you were in the company.
Yeah, for sure. It's elevated because everyone's in on the joke.
Yeah.
James, that is exactly why I asked the question, because some people say, like what you've said, something like the Sixth Sense, when it's reliant on a twist ending. Andrew's saying for the experience, I've seen a lot of people in the chat say things like Batman 1989, Superman, Jurassic Park, Terminator 2, maybe Groundhog Day. Yeah, it's fun. I've seen a few people say films they don't want to see as well, which is a very valid thing to say.
I will say, James, yes, Sixth Sense, that's another great one with the twist ending. And that is going to be a watch party next year. We'll be doing Sixth Sense. That's in our
So if anyone hasn't seen
2025 slate, you've got till next year to see it.
Close the curtains, that'll help.
I'll tell you what'll keep the bad guys out. Single plate glass windows with the openings on the other side that are accessible.
That skybox is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Swift. I saw The Fifth Element in theaters with my sister, and it was beautiful. Fell in love with that film.
Sharon says she'd love to erase the experience of seeing Superman the movie in the theater. Lois's death scene scarred her, and she'd like to get a memory redo. It is awful. It's one of the worst drowning scenes because it's drowning in dirt,
like gritty,
dirt and soil and mud and stones. But actually, I went to see Superman the movie with my wife for the first, because she'd never seen it properly. We had a re-release last year at the theatre. I took her to see it, and she came out of it and was actually blown away by how good it was. And I was like, yeah. So.
The Fifth Element does get better each time you watch it. It's true. I'm seeing a lot of people mention Sam Raimi because of we can obviously see things that influenced Raimi. But you and I have been saying Alfred Hitchcock a lot. And it's really interesting to see modern great directors and see their obvious influences within them. So we're saying that, this Martin Scorsese flick is just a rip-off of, not a rip-off, but, pays homage to Alfred Hitchcock of yesteryear. And I wonder if critics of the era were of a similar mindset.
I own it on Blu-ray, James, that one.
Because I know critics of today are very much like that. We compare everything to the greats of yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's hard to look at someone who obviously is inspired and not just point and say rip off. But I wonder if things, again, because they didn't have access to immediately looking at media, I wonder if it was as, mean spirited to have an homage at this stage in history. I don't
Oh,
like those lightning bolt tattoos either.
they look rather like Nazi
Yeah.
stormtrooper tattoo logos. Yeah, there are 3 of them, not 2.
Does that mean he's like one step above Nazis because he killed a
Hang
dog?
on, it does mean something. I used to know this. Hang on.
The Andrew lore gets deeper. Why do you know SS imagery?
Because I studied modern world history at school.
That's fair. Yeah,
I've got a qualification in it. I've actually got a qualification in it.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, modern world history, mainly Second World War history.
Edward the Black Prince saying that the Hitchcock films that this reminds them of most are Vertigo and Shadow of a Doubt. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, especially the Vertigo. Because of things like this. Look at this superimposing the image of his wife on the blinds. That was cute, but it's such a 60s trick. I could have hate tattooed on my knuckles and just have extra.
It could be he's hijacked the SS bolts because they are a symbol of violence quite a lot, and maybe he's added a 3rd one because he feels he's so violent.
Could be.
Because normally you just have 2.
It's like with people at the moment in the video game industry saying, "Oh, we aren't AAA, we're quadruple A."
Yeah.
It's like it means absolutely nothing. I don't like the wallpaper here.
There's a lot of rattan in that bedroom, though. Nothing the matter. Mum's just drunk and accusing your father of an affair.
Pretty on the nose, though, right?
Yeah.
Was he having an affair? I know he was playing squash with her, but racquetball.
Yeah.
Sorry, but was he also playing racquetball with her? Oh. Oh, this hurts. Seeing I'm fairly lucky in the fact that this didn't happen to my family. I didn't have this. I didn't hear or witness parents fighting. There was a horror film, Let the Right One In.
Yeah.
I believe it's called. And I think it was the remake I watched, not the original. The remake came out like days after the original. It was the American remake. But there was a scene where the young lad is trying to call, I believe, a parent because his other parent is having an argument, and it's heartbreaking.
I'm just looking here, and this film was nominated for awards at the 1992 MTV Movie Awards. Do you remember the MTV Movie Award? You might be a bit young to know what they really were at their height, Dom.
I'm aware of them, yeah. I know the MTV,
but not at their height, my friend. Not at the height. Of what
not peak MTV.
Oh no, they were a big thing.
Were they ever hosted by Beavis and Butthead?
They were like an alternative Oscars.
Oh yeah. Are the MTV Music Awards still going?
I know MTV doesn't do music anymore.
Oh no, no.
Yeah. It was, exactly, Sharon. It was a great part in the 80s and part of the 90s. Yep, the Golden Popcorn Awards.
The filmmakers would deny this was a horror film, says James Hellier. They
And this was
banned
the
Fangoria.
this was the first year of the MTV Movie Awards as well. And it's a strong year. Best movie was Terminator 2. Best villain, Rebecca De Mornay in Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh, here we go. Bring it back. Bring back alternate awards. Let's have our own. Let's have the Creative VC Movie Awards.
Yeah.
You and I can get dressed up in a tux. And have a
I own a
watch
tux. I
party.
actually own my own tux.
There we go. I'll have to rent.
And that's the reason I don't own one, because it actually worked out cheaper to buy a tux than to rent one. And then when I rent, because a friend got married and never had to wear a tux, and I looked at the rental ones, and they were all a bit dingy. They were all a bit not scruffy look. They're a bit scruffy looking and things. So it was only a little bit more to buy my own tux, and I thought, well, I'm the only one to have worn it. It fits me properly, so I'll have that. So. No, James, it's black. My tux is. It's proper blacks. But I have Thundercat insignia cufflinks.
That's cute.
I have Thundera cufflinks.
As far as couches to get kicked out on to sleep in go, that's a pretty nice couch. Then again, it's
not
like
bad.
leather.
Yeah, you'll
in
sweat.
the south in July.
Yeah.
That's going to be swampy. I do love this cafe. I want to drink coffee here. Even if it's populated by triffids on the outside. Dom and Dommer. Mad Matt! Rude!
Is that the same cigar he's still working his way through?
It has to be. The thing is enormous.
Are you my friend?
He is charismatic at the same time as being pretty intimidating. And I'm not sure if it's because I'm aware of the tattoos that surround his physique and what a physique it is. Maybe that's why I'm fingering how intimidating he is. But I would not want to piss him off.
No.
Alex Peacock says, any couch purchases must include testing for sitting, lounging, and sleeping. I agree with that. And that's why I got a couch that is great for sleeping in.
Do you think they deliberately picked it? If you looked, it looked like the sky was full of thunder by him. Do you think that was deliberate, as if to invoke?
Oh, you diabolical shit! Why did they have to show us the dog? Got me attached immediately.
Oh. How do you know what he looked like?
I also would not want to piss off Jessica.
No.
I get the feeling she could destroy people with a few words and a few glances. This would be a huge nightmare, wouldn't it? If you've
Oh,
got
yeah.
some asshole pestering you constantly.
Like some kind of a stalker. But if this was
Oh.
remade for the online world, I guess for the modern world, would he be attacking them online?
Oh, at least as well, for sure. We were having this discussion in our a private Creative VC chat at some point about how modern isms kind of irritate me in TV and film. Like in the latest season of True Detective, where we see the protagonist going through their apps on their phone and such. And it's like, what does this add to the show? I don't like it. Get off. I don't like seeing modern phones.
Well, Phonics saying he'd mess with their LinkedIn account in the modern world. No, do you know what he'd do? He'd break into their house and change the search engine on every device to Bing from Google.
Oh no! That's evil. That's a hate crime. I think it's against the Geneva Convention doing that. I'm desperately looking for cameraman reflections in these incredibly reflective sunglasses, and I'm almost irritated that I'm not seeing it more.
I would imagine if it's Scorsese, it's possibly the same DP they used in Goodfellas.
Quite possibly. The only camera I've seen was the mounted camera on De Niro's
on the car.
Mustang. Yeah, but that's impossible to.
Yeah.
Not without Jeeves.
Not without CGI, which wouldn't have been possible back then.
Yeah. Why does Nick Nolte kind of sound like Willem Dafoe now? Not contemporary Willem Dafoe, but modern Willem Dafoe. In the original, says James, he hired Telly Savalas to beat Caddy up. Far more effective than ghosting him on TikTok. You don't know what being ghosted on TikTok does to a person's psyche, James. True, neither do I, but I'm sure it's horrible.
Okay, so it's the same cinematographer as a lot of films.
A De Niro, not De Niro, sorry, a Scorsese familiar, is he?
Dune? No. Dune was another one he did.
Oh, just a heavy worker.
Yeah.
Sharon, Ms. Swift, I'm seeing you saying stone cold, sociopathic, yet charming. We can't fall in love with this person. They're bad.
Well, Ms. Swift just says, you blocked me on Facebook and now you're going to die. I hate to say this, Ms. Swift. That's not unrealistic in this modern world, unfortunately. Do not forget that in tabloid press, a celebrity unfollowed a person on Instagram is a headline.
It's true. It's horrifying, but it's true.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'd have a headache already.
Theater.
How do you get typecast as the daughter underage character that older men hit on? Like, I feel like Juliet has a similar issue in From Dusk Till Dawn. Actually, how old was she when she did this? The Do-Right Man. That's Hollywood, Dom. Edward, please. Don't remind me.
Did we have a
year or
watch
two
party for
post-Christmas
Strange
vacation.
Days, Miss Swift? Not yet. Yeah, Christmas Vacation was just before this, excuse me.
Yeah, 80...
89.
Oh, 89. I thought it was a bit earlier in the 80s, like 86, 87. I'm sorry, is she immediately just ditching?
I think so.
Why'd you got to ditch in Freddy Krueger's domain? Look at this place! It's the most sinister basement I've ever seen. Is there going to be
No,
like
James,
RoboCop
you're not
style?
boring me. You're not boring me. I'm sorry, I yawned. It's been a long day. Okay, the creepy school play.
Is that where? Why did... Okay, America, is this a thing? Do school plays have like production value over here? I thought that was Hollywood pretending, but is it
Like
true?
intricate sets and things, you mean?
Yeah, like built sets, constructed sets that rival Disney movies. How did you get in? You creeper! Run! Run away! Oh! Oh, they dialed the sinister up to 1,000 now. This is just skin-tinglingly creepy. Oh! You don't want to talk about... Oh! Ugh. Guess I'm having a shower after this. This is just horrifying.
It is creepy.
I'm being told that yes, school plays are... They usually have a higher production budget than a lot of Hollywood productions for the sound
Well,
of
Lizard
it.
Man's saying he's sitting in the gingerbread house for a reproduction of Hansel and Gretel. That's totally normal and not a huge red flag. He brought it from home with him. He's got his own Hansel and Gretel house at home.
I have this gingerbread house constructed for this exact assignment. Oh.
Ah! Ugh.
Just when again, I think Dog Killer, this is peak evil. I can't dislike you anymore. And I get proved wrong like 3 or 4 scenes later. Handcuffing and biting cheeks. Okay, you've reached a new peak. You can't get higher. Being
Lizard
a
Man's
super
saying,
creep.
this is the problem with some movies. I feel like most people would have better sense in real life. If you saw this, would you stay? Would you honestly think this is a good decision to make? I mean, I know, but
People make stupid choices.
people do.
People make very silly choices, especially
That's right.
when you're young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even we fell under Robert's spell earlier. Some of us, maybe it was just me, but we were falling under Robert's spell. We got charmed by him. His come hither stare, his nonchalant hairdo, his killer pecs, the weird Nazi tattoos.
Yeah.
We can fix him. We can fix him. I wonder if Lacoste were happy that he was sporting their
That's
garb as
a
well.
good point, James. Katie's Rage is bizarre. He wasn't a framed innocent. He admits he was an attacker. So what was his moral crusade?
I don't think it's a moral one. I think it's just
Revenge.
vengeance.
Yeah.
Likes the bad boys. That's the problem. Everyone loves a bad boy.
I think though he's basically spent 15 years plotting everything in intricate detail in every possible scenario.
Yeah.
I like your cake then. Your cherry cake.
Okay. Juliette Lewis is doing an insanely great performance here.
Oh yeah.
The subtle cadence change of her voice, the way that she's more defensive in her posture, the way that she's not making as much of a glance at De Niro's character. But when she does, she wells up with tears. It's great. But he's luring her back in again now that the eye contact is back.
He's just playing with
Yeah.
her.
Her demeanor's changed again. It's really good. And yeah, Sharon, it's very gross what he's doing. It's disgusting.
Oh, Calbot saying she maybe thinks she can change him. Don't forget, every girl loves a bad boy.
We can change him. We can try hard enough. We can change him.
Yep, exactly. Every girl loves a bad boy.
A lot of boys like bad girls as well. I've fallen for that before.
Exactly, Lizard Man. You're amazed The Simpsons made this into a comedy.
And it was funny. Like, it was real funny.
Yeah. How'd they do? James Haley says there's a bad boy and then there's a dog killer.
True. Yeah. Incredibly different.
I'm waiting for the scene with the rakes.
He keeps just stepping on rakes.
Yes.
Kelsey Grammer voiced Sideshow Bob, didn't he?
He does. Does.
Yeah.
Not did.
Does still,
Does.
yeah. I keep thinking that Simpsons is of yesteryear and not concurrent. Although I do hear good things about the latest season of The Simpsons. Given how short the scenes prior to this have been, I'm impressed they gave such a heavy scene to be led by, okay, De Niro's an obvious, he's a super lead of the film, but to be led by Juliet as well, though she has a lot of prior acting experience, and it shows here. This scene alone should have netted her some awards. It's an impressive range that she's displaying. And it's not an overly emphasized change either. It's not like a heavy dramatic piece. It's not like a song or a dance. It's nothing physical. It's all subtle. Like, she is prey in front of a predator right now, literally and metaphorically.
It's grooming, basically, isn't it?
Exactly. So her acting is more reacting because De Niro's not changing much in his performance. He doesn't have to.
No, not at all.
Oh, the angle shift. Oh, it's beautiful. Just to show the dominating presence. Oh, gross. Gross. Oh my God. Oh, good. I'm glad I looked up at the chat and saw everyone being like, "Yep, nope."
Mm-hmm.
Go home. Call the police.
Oh,
Taste of Cuba.
this is.
Tastes like Evian.
This is uncomfortable, genuinely.
Yep. It is. It is uncomfortable. Oh no! 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 Love at first assault, says Fragward.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Miss Swift's still uncomfortable after 30 years. Exactly, Alex. They've made Juliette Lewis look to be 15, even though I think the
Yeah.
actress was older at the time.
Yeah, I believe someone mentioned that she was 18. Oh, Jim Beam and Pepto-Bismol. The breakfast of champions.
Is he, please? Yes, he's tipping it in the same mug. In a mug.
Okay, this film has real nice cafes. So much greenery.
He's got a new cigar, though.
Is
I
it?
think. Don't know.
Oh, bring back pink and blue neon. It just makes everything look nicer. And by nicer, I mean like it's trying to ape the 80s future aesthetic.
So, Dom, I think I'd like to see you in a captain's hat at some point. One of those casual ones like you've got. Can we make that happen for a watch party at some point?
Just get a skipper hat.
A skipper hat, yes.
Oh, well, I'm glad I didn't try and dress up like De Niro in this film. I would really not have liked to be compared to that.
We'll get your Hawaiian shirt and a skipper hat, Dom. It'd be brilliant. Yeah, the captain and Tennille.
Does that make you Tennille?
That's right.
I can't play the piano somewhat.
Yeah, but the thing is, in some cities, an 8x9 cell's actually a big apartment.
Mm-hmm. It worked so well last time,
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got like a bit of a Lolita type thing going on, hasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not cozy.
Oh, and you can see the tub for her retainer braces.
Yeah.
Behind her.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice typewriter, though. Megadeth. Hang on. Did you have The Cure on your wall as well? Okay, I just need to look at the background at this point. Megadeth. Cool.
You can see he's getting her under his spell.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, the more the father complains, the more she's going to go against it.
Yep. Megadeth, Robert Smith, she has good taste, Phonic. Exactly. Quite a varied taste as well. I can't remember if I saw another poster for a band.
Yeah, this isn't going to work well to get your daughter to admit anything to you. You're not. This is not good parenting. When you basically assault
This
your own daughter.
this film impresses me with how quick it turns up the like frightening violence.
Mm,
It just turns it on and it gets you there and then, and it shocks you. It's a jump scare, but like not a stereotypical jump scare.
no.
The horror moments in this film are
Oh.
yeah. Ugh.
Well, you know they're hired goons because one of them's got a pickaxe handle.
And one of them came running out the shadows.
If I was hiding behind a dumpster watching someone in close proximity being beaten up, I probably wouldn't be smoking a cigarette while it's leaving a trail of visible smoke.
I like how he's just like, okay, it looks to be done.
Oh.
Is that? I thought that was Robert Zadar for a second there.
No.
I just saw his chin and assumed.
Oh. Oh, it's not just a length of chain; it's like a motorcycle chain.
Yeah. That's a limp-wristed swing, boy. Oh, oh, your goons
Oh.
failed.
Oh.
Damn, that pile of cans that I put up has betrayed me. No.
It's me, Santa Claus. I was just bringing some gifts to the children.
I believe you've mistaken me for somebody else.
Ho, ho, ho.
It's just me, Deckard Cain, here to foil Diablo. I can't stay a while and listen.
Oh. And he picks the cigar back up.
I mean, he's had it the whole film. He can't leave it
Yeah.
now. This can't be where the cigar ends.
Oh, Simpsons, yeah, with the I can be very, very persuasive. Leave town. No. Oh, go on, I'll be your friend.
I've never once fact checked anyone who quotes the Bible at me. I probably should start doing that because I swear a lot of them have to be fake. Like they're too specific to what's going on. Pythagoras 9:10, and the two shall watch the movie and have the movie broadcast. Well, not broadcast because of YouTube copyright, but others shall watch with them in holy matrimony.
No, we're not marrying the audience.
I have to say I do first. He's right, unfortunately. If he's here or not,
Yeah.
what's the difference? I've mastered the street preach accent. Oh yeah, years in the making. Years of street preaching.
Be in my office.
Those goons were terrible, though.
They
Absolute
were terrible goons.
low-tier goons. For good goons, go to Goons Are Us. As we know previously, I'm a part-time goon. I know good gooning when I see
Well, the thing is, those goons only get 1 out of 5 on Yelp.
Exactly! Poor gooning. They ran at the first sign of trauma. Pythagoras and the triangle shall be of non-equal angles.
Oh.
And not a parallelogram. I'm sorry, was my Bible quote from Pythagoras?
Katie's ahead of them.
Yeah. Bastard. Oh my god, of course. We're in the South. We have to have...
A southern gentleman lawyer.
I needed this. Look at this. The bow tie.
Now I'm just a simple hyper chicken from...
Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking. I may be a simple hyper chicken from Paris. I'm sorry, I thought you was gone, yes.
Yep, Gregory Peck. But what's amazing is how impactful this film has been on Family Guy. On The Simpsons, on Futurama, on these things, on pop culture.
He even has the gold pocket watch. If he doesn't casually check the pocket watch for no reason at all, I'm going to be upset. I mean, he did hire low-tier goons. Also, what is the suit? Ham it up, Robert.
Tell you what, though, when I did jury duty years ago, I can speak about some of it now. The defense lawyer was a QC or KC as they are now, which is a basically top tier lawyer in the UK. It means Queen's Counsel or King's Counsel. It's like a tier they achieve, and he's one of the most notable in all the country. And versus the county provided lawyer barrister, it was a pleasure to watch him. It was a masterclass. Watching someone who's so
destroyed.
Skilled. Oh yeah, he was incredible.
Go out to the woods and shoot some trees?
That's right.
Is entertainment in the South that...
Exactly, Calvert. You need a gun? Go to Walmart.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Tell you what we won't find in Walmart.
Oh, cheese?
Cheese dip for nachos.
Only that
Sorry, we'll let you all in on.
stuff.
We'll let you all in on the joke. My wife was watching a vlog of a British couple in America, and they went to Walmart and they wanted to buy some nachos, and they bought a bag of nachos, and the husband went to the aisle with all the potato chips on it because he wanted a pot of cheese sauce to dip his nachos in. He couldn't find any. He complained to his wife and walked off. I can't find any cheese sauce. They've only got queso. There's queso there. So he went and bought a cow cheese whiz instead.
It's one of the most British things I've heard in a long time. Can't find no bloody chips neither. What is this? Can't get me PG tips, can't get nothing. How am I supposed to survive? A lot of close-ups. And again, that's very typical of like 60s movies. I wonder if that was an active attempt to make a more loyal remake, or if it was just to ape the older style of filmmaking.
Oh, sorry, I'm just going to interject for a second. It's definitely 90s, because if you saw on the shelf behind them there, they had a 90s mug, but also one of the Star Trek mugs that was super impractical. Used on Deep Space Nine.
Ah, yes. The mugs that makes it very difficult to drink from. Alex Peacock just heard the Chicken Run accent. I haven't seen Chicken Run in so long, I can't remember what accent they do there, but... Oh, you mean this one? The more like country accent? Yeah, that friggin' mug.
Yeah.
Ah, the Opera Channel. My favourite.
Hang on, is that Gilbert and Sullivan? I need to have a look.
He's leaving the country?
It might not have been, no.
Well, at least the city.
No, the song wasn't Gilbert and Sullivan.
How in tarnation could you leave your family when this is going on?
Oh, he's good. He's good.
He's very good.
Yes, I'll just violate data protection laws for you. Here you go.
So when I worked in the NHS, so many people tried this on me, and I never, ever, ever broke confidentiality. I got told off many times because of it, which is weird. The sky, again, is freaking gorgeous here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Apart from it looks like weird science is going on in the house right now.
It does, yeah. Oh, okay. Nice one. But yeah, the amount of people who would be like, oh, my wife's coming in for a checkup. Can you tell me that she's there or not? She's been done. And I'm like, I can't. Sorry. He's like, but I'm the husband. I'm like, I don't know that. I can't say. I can't say if you are or not. And they'd come into the office and complain to my face about it. And it's like, look, you could be anyone. I can't say whether or not you are this individual. I did not see you when your wife came in, like, with your wife, so I'm not going to give away information for someone.
Yeah.
Least of all, what the problems were. The amount of times someone was like, well, what they come in for? I can't tell you that.
No. Oh, wow. Tripwires.
We're getting all Home Alone now.
It is. It's getting very Home Alone.
I'm right there with you, Jessica. That's how I'd react as well.
I think I just wouldn't be in the house at all if I was the family. Like, why has the family not gone to a hotel to hide? Because they don't have to be there for this. They want him to think he's not there.
Yeah, so why would you assume that it's coming in? Alex Peacock worked for insurance for a while, and yeah, sorry, no, I can't tell you that. It's never pleasant to hear. I've also been on the receiving end. Like I've been a concerned individual. My mother was hospitalized many years ago when I was back in the UK, and I was told that she's hospitalized, and I went to go see her. It was an emergency situation, and they couldn't tell me anything. And I sympathized, but I was also upset because I didn't know anything. Difference is, I was the next of kin, which was on her record. I had evidence of who I was. I had my ID ready and waiting. And the matron of the ward was a bit catty with me, and I didn't appreciate that at all. The reception staff were lovely.
I think the difference with me is some of the work I've done, not so much in the medical field. However, I have certain clearances, and I have done work that is constrained. I can't say anything about it, except I have signed in my life at least once the National Secrets Act.
And that secret is the royal family hot sauce recipe that you can't dish out.
That's right. And I will say no more about any of that. Oh, hello. He's left a book. Danny, come on.
Subtle book?
There's psychopath killers outside. That's right, James. The safest place in the house is the wife's Volvo 740 in the garage. As you say, that would survive a nuclear strike, as proven in The Day After.
Might?
Hang on. That line...
The fishing line or the line he just said?
About the gutting eating liver. Is that an influence... No, Silence of the Lambs was...
Was it 90 or 92? Or was it 91?
Film 91, same year as this.
So,
but it was released at the very beginning of the year.
But the line could not have been put in place for that.
Just a thing. It just seems really. Just seems a thing, doesn't it? That line being so close together.
I know.
Obviously, it's a threat. But why are they in the house?
Because they spent a lot of... Oh, look, some fava beans. They spent a lot of money on getting this set.
But I don't... In the story of it, I don't understand why they're in the house when they want him to think they're not in the house, when they don't have to be in the house.
Right? Just go into someone else's house. Or... James Herrier with the trivia once again. The Silence of the Lambs also banned Fangoria from interviewing the cast because they, too, believed it was not a horror film. And yet, this has more horror than most horror films we've watched on these watch parties.
But horror takes many forms. I find psychological type stuff like this more disturbing than... I find, like, Hand That Rock Scroll, I find much more terrifying than
getting shanked in the woods by a mask wearing
than Freddy Krueger
machete
or
guy.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I think it's because this is so much closer to reality.
Yeah, this could very easily happen, and it reminds you of things that have happened and such.
Yeah.
I can easily say, Freddy ain't gonna get me in my dreams. God, that would be an actual nightmare, though, wouldn't it? If you dreamed of Freddy Krueger, what do you do? You're like, I'm not safe.
No, with me, it'd be in my dreams, and you go, "I tell you what, I'll just leave you alone, mate. It's all right. Come on, I'm just gonna."
Yeah, you've got your own things going on.
Yeah, you got your own stuff going on, pal.
But it is just the wind, isn't it?
What, they didn't latch the door on the inside when they were intricately setting up the tripwire thing?
I think they did. I think that's like the oh no factor. Why does he have this vision? Oh. Oh. I recently did go through Mac and Me, James, and it is horrifying. It hurts. It hurts so much. But I did get a craving for a Big Mac and a large Coke while watching it. I don't know why.
Oh, he's going to die, isn't he? This guy's going to die,
yeah.
obviously.
Oh, 100%.
I thought she was going to turn around and be De Niro in a wig.
There's still time. Oh, he needs his breakfast. He needs his Pepto.
You know what I'm worried. You know what I'm worried about right now.
His stomach's gonna burst.
Oh God!
It is. It is. Oh. Oh no.
Pull the trigger. There we go.
Oh. I love that both predictions came true. Is that a thermostat? That big obnoxious thing, like poking out of the wall?
Yep. Forced air thermostat. Old American one. Follow my instructions of where you'll be located so the killer can't find you.
Oh, James, I will die before I make In Search of Mac and Me. Unless Robin wants to truly make me miserable. It is a beautiful garden. That willow tree is gorgeous. In Search of Mac and Me with Extro, perhaps. I wouldn't make it, Edward. Don't worry.
Isn't there also a problem now that Katie's now got a gun?
Katie's got a gun.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, they're all slipping in it.
Oh, I saw that coming as well. This is why the mailman only calls once.
Oh. Now you call the police.
I mean, yeah, crimes have happened. Crimes were happening before, but Oh, no, James, no. Don't make me.
Exactly, Alex. Yes, go ahead and waste the perfectly good bullets. Could we buy some honey from that not creepy roadside shop? Yes, we can.
I've bought things from stranger places, I guess, like eggs on the corner.
Yes.
Where will you spend eternity?
Exactly as a man. Hey, family, who wants to drive through the cactus patch?
That's upsetting. That's really upsetting. I know the twist now. Damn you, Simpsons! If I was to do that, James, it would just be me finding.
There he is.
Yep, there he is. Got great core strength.
Well, no, he's tied on with a belt.
Yeah.
Still hurt. But...
Driving over the cactus. Yeah, James, if I were to do that, it would be me finding and destroying every Mac and Me VHS and DVD I could possibly find. And film negatives.
Why would you go for a break to get away from terror at a place called Cape Fear? Well, exactly, James. Good job they don't have sleeping policemen in the US. Yeah, on the estate where I live, the roads around here, we've got lots of sleeping policemen, they're called, which I don't know if you guys have in America. Speed humps in the road? Like concrete things you have to drive over?
Oh, yeah.
I'll put one in the
Speed
chat.
humps?
We call them sleeping policemen.
The Bay of Fear was occupied during Spring Break.
Yeah, these are what we have around here. Quite a lot of these. So he'd be coming off quite quickly if he was under my car. No, rumble strips are a bit different, Miss Swift. I've put a picture in the chat. Basically, if you hit one doing 50 or 60 miles an hour, you're recreating the Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm-hmm. Them Duke boys are up to some trouble. Beautiful scenery, though.
Yeah.
This reminds me, wasn't arachnophobia an Amblin joint as well? I'm getting similar, like, scenery vibes.
Yeah. That's something I love. I love cloud lightning like that in the distance.
Yeah. Gotta be more concerned about alligators in this. Nothing a good Pepsi Cola can't cure.
It's only rain.
Mountain Dew and fried chicken, southern favorite.
And now the houseboat's just...
Is it Rosie and Jim that were on the houseboat?
They're on
the canal boat?
Not a houseboat, on a barge.
Yeah. I see the GIF that Fraglord has just put up, and I know that that's how modern Mickey Mouse looks, but it looks like a creepypasta or something. It's so horrifying how they've updated the cartoon. Oh, see, yeah, if Pepsi Man was here, everyone would be safe, delivering cool, refreshing, delicious Pepsi Colas to everyone. Pepsi Man. Okay, the houseboat's got a chandelier-ish. No, it's just it's a lamp
rattan.
cozy, isn't it?
Yeah, you might return the. You might want to turn the flame down on that pan because the handle's going to get really hot.
Mm-hmm. We lost him on the houseboat. Oh, he's so evil. He's not okay with just killing him off. He's got to just do a little more to the guy.
Are we getting to the bit with the HMS Pinafore now?
Yes, we are.
Ugh.
Go drown in a lake, dude.
Oh, the mother's look that he's polluted the daughter.
It's great that, again, Juliette Lewis, phenomenal here. Like, you can see that she's trying to play along with him, but her fear is just cracking through. Oh,
but he doesn't flinch.
oh. This never happened to the mother when she dated King Kong. Their love was pure and decent. Exactly. Those were happier times. Oh. And you offer me something hot. Oh, come on, that little latch. Oh, you scumbag.
Oof. He's got a thing for biting cheeks, hasn't he?
He does. Oh,
look at the blistering on his hand.
Oh. This is reminding me of The Hills Have Eyes as well at the moment.
Do you know this is actually one of the most horror-filled films I think we've ever seen?
Yeah, like stunned to silence and like
Yeah.
shock
Yeah.
so often.
Because this is like real life horror type stuff.
Yeah.
But again, we're seeing a very close thing to Misery, which came out very close to this. We're seeing lighter fluid tucked in someone's belt sleeve.
De Niro is it's incredible. One of the most beloved actors, but also has
Yeah.
such vile characters that they've played. Vile.
Awful. James Helly wants another James Caan watch party. What James Caan film do you want, James?
Alien Nation? Have we done that?
No, that's one we could do at some point. I'd like to do Alien Nation.
It's a good one.
Mm.
The TV show? We could watch the entire.
No.
James
No, we've
Caan's
still got to
fine.
do the second half of V, don't forget. Do the
We do, yeah.
next
Elf!
series.
God,
Elf. We're not doing Elf.
But yeah, Sharon and I are on the same page, Alien Nation.
Could do Alien Nation. I'll have a think about that one.
Godfather. Jessica and Juliet are totally stealing this
Oh, they
film
are.
for me. They are phenomenal.
Mm. It's just everything on this is so real feeling. There's nothing fantastical or out of the realms of reality in this film.
And the score just isn't
Pounds.
present.
Yeah.
When
When
it
it
pounds,
hits. Oh.
like here. Burn, you bastard, burn!
Good work, though, Danny.
Very good work. Hang on.
The boat is
Why is
called
there
Moana.
Why is there a storm? Aren't they in a lake?
Yeah, but if it's a big enough lake... No, if it's a cape,
guess,
it's
yeah.
going to be the... If it's a cape,
Oh,
it's going to be the
yeah.
sea, isn't it?
You're right, yeah, so they drifted out.
And that's a houseboat. It's not designed for proper...
The ocean?
No. Oh, it's a river, Ms. Swift says. It's a river.
Oh, he's so good at showing just this broken mentality. He's so crazed. Did he just say that to the camera? Did he break the fourth wall there? That was
I
cute.
think so, almost. He's talking to an imaginary judge, but that's us.
And yeah, we're the judge.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, Miss Swift, exactly. Fourth wall, but it could also be him talking to God.
Mm.
Oh. See, it's the thing, a lawyer is obliged if you're guilty or if a lawyer's
Yeah.
acting on your case, irrespective of anything, they have an obligation to defend you or prosecute for you, depending on.
It's a complex, like.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it's not morally grey.
Mm,
Nolte did the right thing and buried a monster and let the monster go to jail.
Sharon's completely right here. There's a strong truth in what he's saying, even though we hate to admit it.
Yeah.
It's ultimately it's a victim revenge movie.
Yeah. A bad person saying accurate information doesn't make it wrong.
Yeah, but his attorney's technically a bad person.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, is he a bad person? He made a moral decision, but it broke the terms of the law and his oath.
I mean, a good lawyer would have just found, promiscuity doesn't mean you get to be raped.
No, it doesn't, but he didn't present the evidence to the court. He deliberately hid the evidence, which he should have done.
And by doing that, you could destroy a case against your client.
Yeah.
Like, you aren't being a good lawyer by hiding evidence that.
That's right, James. If Katie told him he was guilty, then the lawyer cannot plead him not guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. This boat's going to start doing somersaults and barrel rolls in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Loop-de-loops and all that stuff. How strong a swimmers are you guys? Ooh, we're getting some Dante's Inferno talk, are we? Mr. Furzel, the ninth circle is actually a frozen wasteland, according to Dante. Correct. Satan's frozen in a block of ice.
Yeah.
Poor
maybe
Vision.
the model work isn't great, James, but we'll let them off.
My subtitles then were like, snarling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to be fun.
No.
Your ankle's coming off, mate.
Oh.
Oh no, it tore through the boat like tissue paper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's not the kind of boat for doing that sailing.
True.
Oh. That boat's getting chewed up. I mean, it's literally just collapsing to nothing.
I'm afraid we're going to have to take your security deposit on that one. Sorry, Nick. Can't have
Yep.
it back. You sank my houseboat. Really dodgy model work, says James.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be with Katie. With Katie's actually miraculous good luck. What we were going to see was that the handcuff on his leg, the pipe wasn't actually attached on one end or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's...
Oh.
Oh.
He's got a good arm on him.
This is awful. It's so brutal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the wetness, I think, makes it worse. The slapping of the rocks.
Yeah. It also hides that the rocks are bouncy and probably made of styrofoam.
Oh. Luckiest criminal ever.
What? What? Is he turning into Pingu's dad at this point? I'm just like,
He's speaking in tongues, isn't he?
Yeah. So sinister, just locking eyes.
Oh, yeah. It's the fact as well he's not even struggling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's like with the hot water, just patiently letting it take him. That feels like a shot straight out of the original. I haven't seen it, but I imagine that's like the ending of the original as well. Just a close up on the hands, covered in blood.
His hands were
In my
damaged at
experience,
least.
getting blood out of skin is a pain in the ass.
Mm.
That sounds weird. I worked for the medical industry, guys. I I have patched up wounds and such, so I'm familiar with bloodied skin. Not necessarily my hands, because I usually wear gloves, but like when blood catches anywhere else.
Remember, if you're removing blood, use cold water, not hot.
Correct.
And peroxide will fizz with blood.
Lady Macbeth would agree, Dom. I'm not a Lady Macbeth. It was is this a scalpel I see before me?
Oh.
It is a very Jason Voorhees death, isn't it?
Mm. Hardly any more.
Mm.
Hmm. There we go, everybody. That was Cape Fear. We'll take your comments. Dom.
I loved it. I think it's great. Wait, in Cape Fear 2, recreational divers release Caddy. Spoilers.
That's right. They accidentally,
love that
they
film.
accidentally reanimate him with a road flare or something.
Lightning bolt, yeah. With a road flare.
I thought that was brilliant film. Absolutely brilliant. It was just uncomfortable, but that's what it should
Oh,
have
yeah. Brutal and disturbing, much like what
Yeah.
Miss Swift is saying.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone got redemption
No.
in it at all. There was no happy ending for any of the characters there.
No.
No. So let's take the comments from the YouTube community first. Okay, let's go Discord first, actually. Let's go with Discord. Okay. Alex Peacock, excellent remake, but also stand on its own. Calbot, that ending was so negative. Brain, why that was a thrilling movie. Calbot, great remake. Original is extremely good too. Sharon, freaky, gross, disturbing because of how honest it all was. Lizard Man, a good movie, but I don't want to watch it again. Right. I was going to schedule one movie in for next week, but I can shuffle the schedule. People are saying they'd like a palate cleanser. Do you all want something a bit lighter for next week? Should we come out of horror for 1 week? Let's have a look what we can do before we go. I tell you what.
Yeah, because next week's initial film is also heavy.
It is heavy. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's put...
Necromantic!
No, I'm not doing that. I'll tell you what, put that there. And take that one there. I'm literally shuffling the schedule on the fly for you guys now.
People are after the mummy.
Then let's go with... No, let's go with...
Never-ending Story.
You want something a bit lighter? We've watched Never-Ending Story.
We have.
How about...
Labyrinth with Daddy Bowie.
Oh, no, we've had that. How about... Let's have a look. We need something... No, I'm not going to... I can't show you the watch party list, Edward, because you'd hold me to it, you see. We have a spreadsheet. We have a spreadsheet. Let's have a look.
The Iron Giant. People, why do you want
That's an incredible film.
It is.
That is an incredible
Last Unicorn.
film.
Mom and Dad Save the World.
Let's go with... No, we are going to have a proper palate cleanser. I'm just going to put it in the... I'm just going to put it in the... Have you got access to the schedule, Dom? Watch party schedule?
I do. I can bring it up.
Don't share it. Don't share the screen. But you can announce the film. You can announce next week's film.
All right, let's have a look.
Because you guys want something a bit lighter. James, that's another good choice. But no.
Oh!
I think I've redeemed myself.
Next week, everybody, we'll be watching a little-known film. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. The Princess Bride. Bit of a palate cleanser.
Something...
Extra 2.
No. We've never watched that one. And
so,
frankly, it's inconceivable that we have not watched that one yet.
And so, in response to you asking for something as a palate cleanser, I say to you, as you wish. We will have a palate cleanser in The Princess Bride.
We'll have that and then get back to some horror the next week. But we do have seasons of horror, but of course we do need to take a break occasionally. But next week we will be watching The Princess Bride. How about that? So
yes.
Anyway, that was a great film. That was intense. I'm tired from it, I think, as in it's wore me out. It was great, but it's so intense. But
it's
everybody,
very intense.
It is. But everybody, let's just say Be kind
Don't
to
go on
each
any
other.
houseboats for the
Don't
next
go on houseboats.
week.
Be kind to each other. Look after each other. Stay safe. And we will see you in 7 days for The Princess Bride, where we're going to have an amazing, amazing watch party.
We're just going to
So
quote the whole film as it's
we
going
are.
on.
We are. So everybody, we'll see you then. So until then, good night.
Bye-bye.